and I was born in Colorado. And I moved all over New Mexico and Arizona with my mom as she burned through 5 different husbands. Number 3 was the worst. He shot guns inside the house. Cut the phone lines so he couldn't call for help and would even disappear with our car for days at a time while he was having an affair. This is when my mom started saying things like, someday I'll make it up to you. So I was a teenager and did whatever I could to be out of the house and away from this guy. I even joined the Mormon church when I was 15 to try to find some structure in the chaos, so Jess, like kindred spirits. All I wanted was an anchor in my life, whether it was through religion or friends or surprise girls. I was still a teenager. January 1st, 1979, New Year's Day, is where I begin. I'll start this journal by telling you this one's going to be different. For the past 2 years, I've kept a journal in a manner like a diary, where you keep a day-to-day record. That's ordinary. This one's different. I will attempt to be individual and unique. With college coming up, I've been doing a lot of remembering to fill out all the information I've learned from my mother's divorces and from all her husbands. I hope I can use all my knowledge in what I do and hope it's enough to survive. I want to explain my past, but I hope the previous 2 diaries have covered it efficiently enough. Now I can move forward, and this journal should at least cover this year, maybe more. I may not write in it for days at a time, or maybe twice a day, but I'm going to write about major events or feelings I have. I hope you can read this. As you can see already, I'm paranoid. I'm never really sure of myself. I think that's one reason for my personality being the way it is. I always try to make people laugh, except when I'm alone with someone who is family or a close friend. I feel bad when I can't keep them smiling. I try to keep busy and active. I've had a lot of responsibilities. I feel I've done good with what I've been through. I don't want to sound conceited. Please, I only want to give a general description of myself to the reader of this at a far distant time. Maybe even myself. I may not live to finish it. And I understand things can happen. I'm not scared to die, but I don't want to. I love the world, and I believe in God. I pray, and sometimes I'm a hypocrite. I try to stay close to God, but I'm not a religious fanatic. I hope there's some uniqueness here somewhere. And then it says, I like to read sometimes. Most of all, I like being alone, but I'm afraid of loneliness. As you can see, I'm crazy. Right now, the one I love is Kim Roach. And that's where the story begins. In a big school, in a big city, I found her. I was terribly depressed, and then Kim asked me to go to the Fiesta Bowl, and I was in heaven. We began a series of dates, 10 dates in exactly 2 weeks, December 18th, 1978 to January 1st, 1979. It was beautiful. I love her so much and have had a great time, and by this journal, we'll always remember her. She's made me so happy with her ways. She never hesitates in my desires. And my desire is to be with her and no more. much later the other desires will be. I want to have a good, happy senior year. I'm so afraid of being depressed when I have to leave all my friends. I want to keep everyone happy and keep hoping for peace throughout the world. Until later, good night. January 4th. I keep pushing myself to make Kim like me, but I finally realized I've got her, and not to worry, for all is well on the Kim front. I'm so paranoid that I always ask her if I'm bugging her, and I need to stop. She's so mature about our relationship. She doesn't push, and she just says, let's take our time. Now is when to have fun, when we like each other so much. But I get so worried about other guys moving in on her. I need to stop that. I know she's dedicated and honest to me. January 5th, 6th, and 7th. Well, it was a great weekend. I'm so confused with girls. And yet I'm not depressed. There are so many girls. Kim and I had a great weekend. Friday, I joked around with her all day. I didn't need to worry about anything, so I can relax and take it easy. I had some fun. Dave and I finished the puzzle, cat puzzle. I came home and talked to Jenny Noble next door. As usual, I was flirting with girls. Right? And I'm the one worried about Kim being dedicated. I got ready and Kim and I had a crazy night. We came over to my house and she got to meet my parents. We went to eat. It was fun. I ate my whole meal for the first time when eating with a girl. Didn't know I was keeping track of this stuff. Kim is so neat. I told her how lonely I had always been, and she reminded me of something that I had honestly forgotten. She reminded me that God is always there. She's so special. I kissed her goodnight and got a good hug. I can't believe how great everything is. And I go on and talk about what happened the rest of the weekend. In Sunday school, we heard about how music affects our thoughts and actions. We were challenged to turn off the radio whenever unclean and lewd songs came on. Most of all, at the beginning of sacrament meeting, my day was made when Therese walked in. She's cute and fun. We talked the whole meeting. Afterwards, she waited for me. I took Therese to get a donut. And then home. She's really nice. I ate, went to bed, and felt great about things. The weekend, girls, church, school. Well, for now, good night. January 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Kim is so neat. I keep wanting to be with her so much. I feel so confident about our relationship. I felt bad when I invited Therese over for dinner. And we drove around. I don't want to put my arm around anyone but Kim anymore. I still like other girls though. I don't know what to do about Therese. Well, I have to go and eat. Until later, goodbye. January 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. Well, it's been a whole week. I get tired of writing everything I do, and I might stop. But we'll just have to see. Saturday, Kim and I went to the zoo, and I had a great time. We walked around and held hands. We got to talk and did a lot of joking around. We went to Wendy's and had a small meal. Meals are important, I guess. I have missed her so much, and it's only been one day. I got my ring back from Therese. This is really hard. I did call Therese and ask her about this. She thought Kim was just a friend. I kind of felt bad about her wearing it. I like her a lot, though. She's nice. All's going really well right now, knock on wood. Yeah, knock on wood is right. January 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, February 1st. I'm a math teacher now, and for those of you out there, this, I think, is following a geometric sequence, okay? Time periods. Well, it's been one day shy of 2 weeks, but don't say I didn't warn you. I clearly stated it might be days or weeks before I write on this again. I hope I can keep it up until the book is done or I'm done. Whichever comes first. I've been over at Kim's a couple of nights to watch TV. But things are kind of calming down between Kim and I. I think she's honestly just getting tired of me. I hate it, but I have to face up to facts. No one will ever like me for a great length of time. I don't think he deserves these applause. I'm just gonna be lonely all my life. Well, I know I forgot some stuff, but that's what I get for waiting for 2 weeks. At least I'm up to date now until I get another chance. Goodbye. February 25th. The last time I wrote on this was February 1st. It's now February 25th, and it's been 3.5 weeks. Oh well, I told you to expect it. First of all, since then, I'm totally free of girls now. Oh, I still date them. Sure, but the story is Kim and I are all through. We had an innocent telephone conversation and she was tired of me and I said, I understand. Since that conversation, I've really blown it. She practically hates me now, but do I care? No. Oh well, sigh. Now I'm 18. Until I get around to writing, goodbye. Then 6 weeks later, after saying I was totally free of girls, I wrote, on the 12th of April, I asked Therese to marry me. In Pioneer Park, after the Easter pageant. My son is 20, and I did not raise him in the church, and I had him read this. He couldn't be here tonight. And after he got done reading, he said, Dad, I am so depressed. He said, I'm just like you. and I did not get married. So I think I was learning something from my mom and all their marriages. There's a lot more to the story, of course, but I think this is mortifying enough for now. I do want to say that my mom finally found herself a great guy, and he actually adopted me just 2 years ago. Which was an honor, and it's another story, but the distance between my mom and I vanished in the last few years of her life. And, well, anyway, I'm going to go check in with my 3 kids and my wife of 27 years to see what she has to say about all this. Thanks, everybody.